This is not going to be a normal flight review video because this was not a normal flight. The story picks up our protagonist, me, in Singapore, gearing up for the longest travel day of my life. Checked out of my hotel in Singapore, thus begins the longest travel day of my life. If only I knew what was in store. So from Singapore, I hop on a delightful 8-hour flight to Tokyo on ANA business class, which go check that out because it was delightful, where I faced a very long walk to the international transfer section. It is a very long walk to the international transfers section of Narita Airport, but hopefully I still have enough time to hit the lounge, and then it's on to LA. Everything is closed here. Like, they have all these nice stores, but everything's closed. And it probably has been for like 2 or 3 years because Japan's still not open for most travel. This lounge seems pretty nice, but the thing I'm most excited for is the famous noodle bar. So good. Okay, I lied. The stores are open now. I guess it was just too early. Yeah, it's not some like post-apocalyptic place here. It was just the morning.
This side of the lounge is completely empty. Left for like 20 minutes, came back. Everyone and their mother is here. For a country that doesn't let anybody in, this is the busiest lounge I've seen in the last month. The noodles so nice, I had to order them twice.
In a lounge, very good noodles, but way too crowded. On to Los Angeles. Or so I thought. So I get on the plane. It's actually my first time. This was my first time flying Polaris. So I was really, the seat was so nice. The Amenity Kit is this new away thing. It has the same stuff that, that every Amenity Kit has, but it looks really cool. Goodbye Japan, goodbye Tokyo, I'll be back. Careful with the tray table if you're flying Polaris. It's heavy, it can pinch my finger real bad. The flight is going great. The food is decent. Watched a movie, and so it's dark outside. About midway into the flight, I'm getting ready to go to sleep, and then I hear on the intercom, Are there any military or police on board? If anyone has military or police experience, please talk to a flight attendant. And I was like, oh, so something bad's happened. I was thinking like, all right, what am I, show me the guy, like who do I have to take down? Trying to formulate a plan. But we don't hear anything else for a while. There's no real commotion. I'm not that worried anymore. And then we hear a second intercom announcement. It's like, are there any medical professionals on board? Any doctors or nurses? If you're a doctor or nurse, please come talk to your flight attendant. And I'm thinking, oh goodness, this guy's stab someone in the eye with a toothbrush. What's going on back there? There's still no commotion, so I still feel safe. Thank God I'm in the business class cabin. I'm insulated from the problems of the regular world and regular people. But then after a while, I don't hear anything else on the announcements or from the back of the plane. So I'm not worried. Thank God I don't have any real concrete skills like law enforcement or helping people medically. I'm a consultant. So unless someone needs an emergency PowerPoint, I'm fine. So I just go to sleep. I make my bed and I go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, like a couple minutes after I wake up, there's a sunrise over the ocean. I hear another announcement, something to the effect of, "Good morning, we are now beginning our descent into Hawaii." And I was like, "Oh, Hawaii?" And I kind of thought I was dreaming still. I was like, "Okay, yeah, Hawaii." And then I pull up the map on the screen, slowly waking up, and I see that no, we've taken a hard right turn and are in fact landing in Hawaii instead of Los Angeles. So that was an interesting thing to wake up to.
Well, this was not part of the plan. We were supposed to go to Los Angeles. Due to a medical emergency, we diverted to Honolulu. Basically no other information. Just woke up to them saying we're landing in Honolulu. It's not a dream. First of all, I hope and I pray that whoever the medical emergency is, that they're okay. And to be completely honest, I've been gone for a month. I've been traveling around the world. I literally had one day with my family in the US before I go back to Egypt for another 3 weeks. And so, even though it's Hawaii, this is kind of sad. It's cutting into my time with my family.
Yeah, that's tough. Anyway, quick aside here. I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, because I'm going to be explaining how I book all these business class flights with credit card points soon. And I have some very exciting flights planned for the next couple of months that you will not want to miss. Pardon my interruption. Back to Hawaii. I know the Hawaiian natives are begging tourists not to come, but what choice did I have? I was brought here against my will. We'll be planning. Now I don't know if we're going to be able to make it out of here until tomorrow, which is very frustrating because it's very early in the morning. This poor hotel got swamped by like 300 people from Japan, but at least we got our room ticket. Well, here we are. It ain't much, but it's not too bad either. And now we have a day in Honolulu, so let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna go swimming at the beach, but first I need some supplies. It was a very refreshing dip in the Pacific. I keep falling asleep because it's been June 14th for like 36 hours, but now I'm gonna go get a phone charger because I left mine on the plane and redeem my meal vouchers at the Macaroni Grill, which is the only place they can be redeemed. This is not bad. Not bad. Nice view. I'm so tired. Alright, finally back at the airport, and look, they have my charger from yesterday. Alright, so for the way back to LA, I've been seated in 4L, which is less ideal than the original configuration, but I guess now you can see what the other seat is like. Less privacy, fewer windows, but still better than economy. So you're probably wondering after all that, what actually happened? What was the emergency landing for? And to be honest, I never actually found out specifically, but the gossip amongst the other passengers was that some guy he was on some kind of drugs or something, and he was being really unruly and disruptive, and the flight attendants they couldn't get him to sit down. And when I got off the plane, there were medics attending to this individual, and there were also police there waiting. So some combination of medical and disruptive emergency, but luckily I don't think any other passengers were harmed or anything like that, and the flight attendants handled it very, very well. So shout out to them. Also, United did give me a $300 voucher of compensation in addition to the hotel and the meal, which is very, very decent, all things considered. That's how I got my free vacation in Hawaii.